Veracity Exchange Television.
VETV. Hosted by none other than Brilliance.
Hollywood Spryte, aka Brilliance.
Shout out to my brother Hollywood Trail for setting this up for me. Much love, bro. You know what I'm saying? And first and foremost, before we get started, man, you know, I want to say to the man that's in front of me right now, man, I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? And I greatly respect the free game that he's been given to the youth since he came home, man. The streets need these type of conversations. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, man, without further ado, y'all give it up for BANKYPOUND.
Salute. Appreciate you all. Much love out there, man. Peace and prosperity in 2022. Shout out Hollywood Trail, my son, the king.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, before we get started, man, just want to say Happy New Year, man. And how was your holiday?
Man, my holidays was great. You know, it's a new year. I'm pulling up on my second year of freedom. March to be 2 years of freedom, man. I'm blessed. I'm humble. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain.
Okay. Hey, well, tell me how it felt to be Santa Claus, man. I know it's your second year. How it felt to be Santa Claus, man.
Man, it felt great, man. It's just to see, you know, my grandkids light up, man, with you know, the gifts and, you know, my presence, just to be there.
Right.
And, you know, these things I couldn't do for my kids, man. Hollywood Trail or my daughter, Sequenta, I couldn't do these things because I wasn't available, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. I was incarcerated. So to do that for my grandkids is just like me reliving what I wish I could have did with them. So it was beautiful, man. You know, it was a beautiful, humbling experience, man. And them grandkids, they something else, boy.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, they're going to be calling you. They're going to be calling you. Yes, sir. All right, well, let's get to it, man. All right, hey, let's start the interview off. So look. BANKYPOUND. Who is BANKYPOUND? Where were you born and raised, and how was life growing up?
Born and raised, man, in DC, but I was between DC and Virginia, you know, back and forth, summer times or whatnot. A lot of family in Virginia. Growing up for me was you know, it was just regular old growing up for me. For other people, it may have seemed different because, you know, of the setting that I was in DC, right. You know, in the 80s. In the 70s and all that, that's rough. You know what I'm saying? It was rough up there, but when you grow up in something, to you is not rough opposed to people looking at it from the outside in. Whenever you're inside something, you know, you adapt to it and you used to it, so it's normal to you. It's your culture, it's the way you live. So that's normalcy to you, but to other people, it may have looked different, but to me, it was normal life.
Right. You had any siblings growing up?
Yes, most definitely, man. I got a brother and two sisters, you know, shout out to them. You know, I'm the second oldest.
Okay, second oldest. That's what's up, man. Yeah, shout out to them, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
So being from DC, you know, I was born in you know, in the 80s, you know what I'm saying? So being from DC, yes, sir. I was born in the 80s. So being from DC in the 80s, what was that environment like? You know what I'm saying? If you could paint a picture for us, like the dress code, the music, or the lifestyle in the 80s.
Man, in the 80s, man, it was go-go, man. It was all go-go, man. The Black Hole, you know, Chuck Brown, you know, EU, you know, Backyard, you know. To me, Chuck was my favorite. You know, that's what it was. Go-go was what was popping back then, man. You know, we had the bomber coats, man. We had the little boots and the little chuckers and, you know, yeah.
Right.
You know, DC home with them Timberlands, man. We used to have the little ski uniforms on, man. I'm talking about the whole overalls with the pants in the wintertime for the cold, man. Yeah, it was jumping, man. It was a beautiful thing, man.
Right. Okay. So would you say, like, growing up, you know what I'm saying, you would say like you had a pretty good lifestyle, pretty decent upbringing?
Most definitely, man. I was into sports. I played football, man. I was real good at football. You know, I got into the boxing, and you know, the boxing kind of like had more allure to it than the football because, as you see, I'm a small dude. Always was a small dude.
Oh, no, you don't look that small on camera, man.
Huh?
You don't look that small on camera.
Yeah, that's prison stuff, man. But in them days, I was a little bitty dude, man. I went into prison and I was on the street back then, even in high school, man. I'm like in my 140s, man, like 145, 147. You know what I'm saying? Little dude like Trail, man. You know, that's where you get it from.
Okay.
You know, this right here, this is a product of working out in prison or whatnot. But I'm naturally a small dude, and but I was good at football, man. I actually played high school football quarterback for HD Woodson, the same team that former NFL star, man, Bowen Leftwich played for, you know, in latter years. Okay. But that's the same school he came from, man.
So how you get to the boxing?
Man, boxing is just DC, man. Boxing is DC all day, man. You're gonna have to learn how to box when you're in that city, man, or you're gonna take a whole lot of black eyes and broken noses and possibly missing teeth. And as you can see, I got all mine.
Oh, so you had to throw them things.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
but
sir.
it's just like I know Virginia was, you know, they big on football and wrestling and basketball and all of that. And different places got different cultures, but in DC, man, boxing is the #1 culture, man. You're gonna have to learn how to box. Even if you want to do it professional or not, you're gonna definitely have to learn how to box because these are gonna be the dudes you encounter in high school, junior high, elementary. You run up on one of these dudes, man, they throwing them up and drop, you know, and you trying to wrestle and all that. And that was a thing in this city when I grew up, man. You get in a fight or something, you try to wrestle a dude, man. They break the fight up. Like, no, don't grab him, don't hold him, stand up and fight. So you had to know these things, you know.
Right. It's a little different now, man. I kind of blame that on. I think it's my generation, man. That's something we ain't really passed down, the hand game. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these younger dudes ain't throwing no hands.
Man, it's missing all over now, man, because this is a new culture. You know, these dudes, they misinformed. They definitely misinformed because they out here, they running reckless, man. They with these gangs. They popping these pistols, dog, and they not knowing the consequences. Right. And I know that these dudes, 16, 17, 15, even 15, 14, you know what's wrong and what's right. But at the same time, they not being told the consequences of their actions, what's going to actually happen to them when all the chips fall. And they don't know that. If they knew that, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing, or they wouldn't be acting as reckless as they act. There's nothing that's going to convince me any different, because same thing with me. Had you told me picking up a gun or shooting somebody or robbing somebody or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, would get you 20, 30, 40 years in prison when you only a teenager and you can't even conceive that type of time, that type of age bracket. So it would change your whole mindset. But dudes is not telling these dudes this. They telling them, man, yeah, he disrespect you, shorty, go do that, go do this, go. They ain't doing it themselves, because if they was doing it themselves, they wouldn't even be out here to tell you that. One of my statements, you know, one of my philosophies is misinform people.
I like that.
You know, so the misinformation is being passed down from generation to generation.
That's a fact.
And we got to break that, man. We got to start letting these cats know, man, that, bro, one bad mistake, one bad move, one bad decision that's been put in your brain, the battery been put in your back, only you gonna pay for that.
Right.
Only you. You know, and all these dudes is telling you to do these things. They're not even gonna be here to help you while you doing this time. They're not gonna be there to support you. You on your own, bro. You on your own. So they need to know these things, man, because I seen them in prison, man. 16, 17. I even seen dudes at 15, you know, facing 30 years, 40 years, you know, unconceivable. Your life expectancy ain't even that long.
That's a fact.
And it's even cut that much shorter when you in that type of environment that you're going to have to live in.
Mm-hmm.
But these dudes is not knowing that, man. And, you know, that's what I be trying to do on my channel, man, on BANKYPOUND YouTube, man. I be trying to educate these young dudes. I be trying to tell them what's going on in prison. I tell prison stories, real stories, no fakeness in it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
it's real.
right.
I need you to know what's going on in there, because I need you to hear this. I need you to understand this. And I need you to ask yourself, is this how you want to live?
Right.
Is this the life that you want to live day in and day out, 24/7, 365? And if you do, then keep doing what you're doing, because this is what's waiting for you. This ain't gonna move. This ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere. That's a fact. You know. And so what you think is the main cause? Do you think, like, at this point in time, because I always say it's the music culture. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what we vibe to. You know what I'm saying? And it's a programming. You know what I'm saying? It's an everyday programming when you listen to these songs and you listen to that music. And even me, I fell victim to it. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, and you think that music is real life. And I ain't gonna lie, until I got older, when I started meeting these rappers and these artists, that's when I realized that, man, they weren't living like that.
Listen, what you just said is actual and factual, but is exactly what I said as well. The music is misinformation.
Okay.
It's misinformation and it's misleading. Mm-hmm. Okay, I read a lot of philosophy when I was locked up, bro. A lot of it, and it helped shape my mind. It helped shape my thought process. Right? And one of the persons that I read and I studied was Confucius, you know, and Confucius said, "He who controls the media controls minds."
Okay.
And that's what the music and TV and BT and all that's the media.
Right.
They control minds because we look up to these people because of the status that they're in. So
right.
That's right. So we place great value on the words that come out of their mouth. So if they tell you, I'm wearing this brand, oh, I shop here, oh, I drink this, oh, I eat that, we do our best to try to emulate, because it makes us feel like we doing what the stars doing.
Right.
You understand? But that's misinformation, and it's misleading, because most of them, and when you see them, either in the movies or even in their music, you only seeing the greater parts of their life. And those are only moments.
The highlight reel. You see the highlights. Yeah.
You know, when you watch a movie and you see a star, or you see, let's just say Denzel. When you see Denzel in a movie, you see Denzel in an interview, you see Denzel at an award show speaking. Those are the highlights of his life. Correct. That is not his life. That's only probably 5%.
Right.
His real life, when he deal with real stuff and real problems and real drama and real family issues and whatever else he may deal with, the regular people do, because he a regular person. We just put him on a pedestal. Right. He deal with all of that. We don't see that. So all we see is the greater parts. So all we accept is the greater parts. Right. And then we try to emulate that and thinking that that's how these people live day in and day out. It's misinformation. If these dudes that was rappers that spitting this stuff and saying all this life, the way they live, how they did this, did that, how they carried in the street, if they actually did that, brother, they would not be on nobody's record, nobody's album, nobody's Billboard top 10. They be sitting somewhere in somebody's prison, bro.
That's a fact.
But we need to tell our young people that. We need to explain that to them. These people are actors, man. They do this they play a role for a paycheck. They are acting, whether they making music, whether they making movies, they are actors. For acting, you get paid. For doing it in real life, you get death or prison. See, those are two different things.
Right.
They get a paycheck for that because they playing a role. If you try to do that for real, you get prison or death, bro.
Yeah, I had to tell my son that, man, because like I said, me growing up, you know, I thought all that was real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't wait to get them hip hop magazines and to read up on my favorite artists. I'm like, oh, these dudes like that. Right. But then, like I said, when I got older and I'm actually, you know, hit their teenage years, early 20s, and I had my own money and I could move around and get backstage and meet these people, they ain't nothing like that. Nothing. They not like that.
It's a
and
road.
Most of them dudes pretty weird, man. You know, me and you, like we talk, you see another man, you can look them eye to eye. These dudes, when you get in the room with them, they looking at the ground. They ain't you, but you on the songs, they the most gangster, gorilla, street dude on earth. But when you see them face to face, them dudes don't even look at you eye to eye.
They don't look at you eye to eye because they know for a fact that when you get backstage and you had the pull, the money, the clout to get back there, they know that you are in them streets for real and you out here, doing something for real. And they not built like that. So they expecting you to come at them on that type of level. When I told you just they playing a role, they acting.
Right.
They acting and they getting paid for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is what they getting. They getting a paycheck, and that put them up on a pedestal, and they got all of this money and everything. But in real life, man, them dudes. I just seen a video today. As a matter of fact, just strolling through TikTok, and I don't even really know the dude like that or nothing. But I just seen his name, and I had seen him before. Some rapper, I think his name is Now's Chopper or something.
Yeah, NLE Chopper or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, something like that. But I seen him walking through the airport today on TikTok. I don't know if it's old or new, but he was walking through the airport, and a white dude approached him about something. He said he was arguing with him and kept telling him to get away from him, and he swung on the dude. But I don't know if he expected the dude to run. This is a little white boy. Man, the white boy squared up on him and dropped some joint on him. Boom, boom. Like, come on, let's go. Right. And he froze up. And in 2 seconds after that, all his bodyguards came charging at the dude, but he made no attempt to get at the dude when he see the dude won't scared. You see what I'm saying? That's a gangster role that he played. But when real life came knocking on his door, he couldn't answer the door. You see what I'm saying? They not what they portray there. They wordsmiths, they artists, they you know what I'm saying, they actors, and they portray a role, man, and that role is lucrative for them. And I don't knock them for that. Do what you gotta do. You see what I'm saying? But don't mislead these young people out here that make them think that they gangster, and these people end up in prison or in a coffin because they following what you say, because you're not telling them that this is what I'm doing. This is my job. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is my job. This is not how I'm living. This is my job. I got the ability to say these in words and make it sound so good that people want to hear it. I can live like that and portray that and make people pay me. So this is what I do. But in my real life, bro, I ain't doing all this stuff. They never gonna say that.
They don't never say it.
But that's why we got to tell these young fellas, man, don't believe the hype, man. Yeah. Don't believe that. Because one thing for certain, prison is real. You know,
most definitely. Real. Hey, they love to have you.
Hey, look, there's just like that hotel. I don't know which one it is, but they leave the light on.
They leave the light on.
They leave the light on. And look, they don't discriminate. They take you any age, any color, anytime. You always welcome. Always welcome.
Yeah, and that's what they need to know, man. You know, and I'm glad we touched on that, man, because man, I love hip hop, man, and just the older I get, it just don't. At this time and era, man, it just don't sit right with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, another thing a lot of people don't understand is, even though that's our culture, we don't control hip hop. The powers that be, you know, the other people control hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We don't. So you know, at the end of the day, I sat here and I thought about it one day. I said, well, what if we made songs, those same type of songs with that like drill music or whatever, you directed it towards other people or other cultures? How much money would these hip hop artists really make if you direct it towards another group of people other than our people? Absolutely. And the truth of the matter is, you wouldn't get no money.
Now, you definitely wouldn't get the type of money you get, and you always got to remember this. If whoever the rapper is out there, if he can make $1 million, 100 million, $1 billion, whatever he making, if he could get to that type of status, the puppeteers, you know, they getting 10 times that.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
That's just business. Yeah. No one is in the business of losing money. No one is in the business of giving their employees more money than they're making, because if that was the case, you wouldn't have a business. That's so if Jay-Z can make it to $1 billion, if Kanye can make it to $6 billion or whatever it is that he got, these people have made it to $100 billion.
That's a fact.
You see what I'm saying? So it's always going to be the puppeteers that's pulling the strings, man. And they can talk about ownership of this, ownership of that, but at the same point in time, you still are not at the status where you are these people who control the industry.
Right.
You may get to the point where you control your career, but before you even got to that point, you were still controlled by someone else.
That's a fact.
And those people control the whole industry. So in order for you to have control of your own career, you still have to operate within the industry. So do you really have total control? Absolutely not.
Hey man, a lot of the people don't find out they don't have no control until they get that second opinion or that second or third lawyer to look at their contract. Then you find out you ain't got nothing.
Ain't no question. Excuse me. One of the things I've been doing since I've been out here, you know, and I just do it to educate myself sometimes. Right. Or I see a little rapper, or I see one of these dudes talk about this, that, and the third. Right. Man, you know, I'm fresh out, so I say, well, I'm gonna fact check, you know. So I jump on Google. I jump on Google at any point, any time of the day, and say, how much is Kanye worth in 2022?
Right, that's right.
How much is, you know, and you'd be surprised, man, because the way these dudes talk and the way they act like they living, and you jump on there and this dude been out for 20 years and his name been all in the public and he big dog, whatever, and you would think, oh, he filthy rich. Oh, how much is Fat Joe worth in 2022? Fat Joe is worth approximately $3 million.
Right.
And you be like, what?
Right.
You know, and these people been a part of the culture for years and years and years, you know, and then you'll turn around and see somebody who only been out for half of the amount of time that's about business, because that's evolution. These dudes are wiser, these dudes are smarter, and then you turn around and say, well, even like the Locks, how much they worth? What's the other one name? Camera, how much they? All them dudes is worth less than $15 million, which is a lot of money to the average person. But not for the work they put in, not for the name that they have, not for the clout that they have. You see what I'm saying? And then you go Google somebody like J. Cole, intellectual, smart, been out 1/3 of the time these dudes that I formerly mentioned been out. How much is J. Cole worth in 2022? Man, that man worth $100 million.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So that's the brain part that's coming in. They're getting smarter as we go along because it's evolution. And you got dudes that's coming into the game now, and they wiser, they smarter, and they more business savvy. But for the most part, all these dudes that we grew up with in the 80s and the 70s and come through the 90s, man, these dudes supposed to be $100 million ass, but they not.
Them dudes got jilted. Them dudes broke. Most of them dudes broke, man.
Ain't no question. Man, I seen the dude, what's the name, man? Look how big his name is, Jim Jones. I go with him, man, that man ain't even got $1 million.
Right.
He don't even have $1 million according to Google.
Right.
They say he worth 500,000.
Right. So if you got a good job, you can get that.
There you go. So that's the misinformation. But you had these young fellas look at him, and he get on there, and he get to talking that talk and dropping that swagger and showing all. Man, you got on more than what you actually your net worth is.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like I say, man, we got to be the ones to get in these young people's ear and let them know this, man. Don't be confused by the illusion. You know what I'm saying? One of the best advice that I heard, man, come from a young star, man, was Cam Newton. I seen him on something, and he was talking to some youth, and he told them, he said, look, don't get caught up out here in these streets. Don't get caught up on what these dudes doing out here. He said, you got to put that work in right now, and later on, it'll pay off. He said, if you get caught up out here on these streets and doing what these dudes doing, you're going to get caught up and you ain't going to get nothing. Even if you achieve something, the people come take it in a second. He said, but when you put that work in a legitimate way and get to the point where I got to, he said, man, I got these people throwing checks at me all types of ways. He said, I don't even know which ones to accept.
Man, you see them hats he wearing, man, them Jones be going for $300-$400 a hat. Yeah.
And he told him, he said, the best part about it is they can't take this money.
Right.
Because I earned this money the right way. So he said, all you got to do is believe in yourself, put that work in, keep on going forward, and you will get to the status where people gonna give you so much money, more money you ever dreamed of. And the best part about it is can't nobody take it. But if you take that other path and you achieve all that money, he said, you ain't gonna never find a drug dealer got the money I got. He said, so why would you want to go try to do that when you could do it the right way? And I thought that was real prophetic, man, what he said to them people, man. That was real powerful, man. That was powerful as I don't know what he said. And I respected him a whole lot for that. Other than football, just his dedication to try to teach these young dudes, because when you young and you're impressionable at that age and you talking to a superstar, you talking to a bona fide millionaire superstar who made it, and he telling you this the right way to go. That leaves an impression on the young mind, bro.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Just as a drug dealer that's out there getting money and wearing jewelry and driving nice cars in the neighborhood, it leaves an impression on the young mind.
Oh, that's a fact, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So when you got somebody like that to go talk to them young people, man, and drop game on them like that, man, I salute them, man. Just like your homeboy, man. Since I've been home, Anthony Harris, man, he play cornerback right now for the Philadelphia Eagles. I met him since I've been home through trail friend, like a rock. And man, he's a humble dude, man. And he come back to Richmond and do back to school drives and buy book bags and feed them and have little outdoor activities for them, get all of them bicycles. Man, them little kids right there will never forget that. You know what I'm saying? They'll never forget that. I'm 55 years old. Ain't no NFL player, NBA player, none of that ever come and talk to me or any group of kids that I knew when I was young. Because that would have been a lifelong lasting impression. So what he's doing is making a difference, even if he know it or not. But just the kindness of his, his generosity to come back to do that, that's amazing, bro.
Yeah,
that's
it is.
Amazing.
And I always tell people, like, I think that's like one of the biggest things that any type of celebrity or person of power, in a higher position could do is, man, all you need is that inspiration in that word, man. And that's not hard to go out of the way to go speak to some kids or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's power. If Jay-Z start going to schools and speaking to kids, or this, people look up to that. That'll shift the whole world and shift the whole mode. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, Jay-Z going back into the schools or whatnot. When you can touch greatness, man, you can be great. See, a lot of times we look at stars and we in awe of them, and we call them stars. We in awe of them because we can't touch them. They not accessible to us. You see what I'm saying? So that creates the greater illusion that they just so bigger than life, because we can't touch them. So when you come back to a school like Jay-Z, if they can touch these people and they can feel that's tangible to you, it gives you a sense of, I can do this. I can do what I'm saying? I can do this. You're a regular person. I can do it. Yeah, he breathed like I breathe. He a human being. So you need to be able to do those type of things, to understand those type of things. That's why I say giving back is good. And then when you say about money is just like knowledge, bro. If you got it and don't use it, it's useless. It's useless. You see what I'm saying? And when you say another thing that you said within that conversation, you were saying about, when you have money, people ain't tell you what to do with it. They say, man, save for a rainy day, this, that, and the third. See, that's another form. Like I say, when you growing up, you're not getting the proper information. But we want to get the information that's been passed down to our parents. You see what I'm saying? So it's just keep going on and on. It's just like when you young, your parents tell you, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. And you say, why? First thing come out their mouth. Because I said so. Because I said so. That's right. But we got to break that. We can't say because I said so, because you leave them with no other option but to believe, oh, they don't know what they talking about. They can't even tell me why, woo, woo, woo. And then they go out to get their information from the streets. And the streets give them misinformation, so they use that information because they get the information from their parents. So instead of saying, because I said so, you got to say, no, you can't go out here and be hanging with no games, because this can happen and that can happen and the third can happen and you can end up here.
This is why I'm telling you this. Not just because I say it so. I say it so because I love you and I'm trying to give you this information to protect you.
Right.
But all that just because I say it so, that's leaving too much in the air. You see what I'm saying? That's leaving too much in the air. And I tell these young fellas out here now, your mama and your daddy or whoever's in your life that's an authority figure, man, they're going to tell you to do a lot of things that you ain't going to want to do and you ain't going to understand. So you don't listen to them and you're going to think they don't know what they're talking about. And you're going to go out there and you're going to get this information on the street from some people who care less about you.
Care nothing about
don't know what they're talking about.
That's a
and
fact.
Then the irony in that is you're going to end up in prison and all the things that them people was telling you to do, you know what I'm saying, your parents and all them was telling you to do, you're going to be told to do that in there and you're going to have to do it because they're going to force you to do it. But the thing is, you didn't listen to them when you had the opportunity, but guess who your first call going to be to? The same people that you didn't listen to because you
same people
about that trouble.
Nah,
see what I'm saying?
That's deep.
We got to look at these situations because they tell you, make up your bed, pull your pants up, go to school, get an education, don't be hanging around troublemakers, and you don't want to hear none of that. But when you get into prison, guess what? You got to go to school to get your GED or they're going to lock you up. You got to make your bed up in the morning. They catch you with your pants sagging down, they're going to give you a charge. You see what I'm saying? All the things that you was told to by people who love you, you will be forced to do by people who don't give nothing about you in prison. They just doing it for a paycheck. So you can listen now or pay later. You see what I'm saying? And they don't understand that.
Right.
Till it's too late. But one thing about it, once you get in there, your mama can't help you, your lawyer can't nobody help you on your own.
Yeah, you by yourself.
Man.
Mm-hmm. So, man, that was deep. That was deep. So, well, look,
it's real, man. It's
man, you
real.
got the knowledge and information, man, and you came from a pretty decent background, man. Man, let's get to it, Banky, man. So, man, how we get to a life sentence, man? How we get to 33 years in prison, man? How that came about? You know what I'm saying?
Same thing. See what I'm saying? The knowledge that I have now, I didn't possess back then.
Right.
See what I'm saying? I got to run it with people that was doing this, doing the things that I thought was okay, doing the things that I didn't know the consequences to. You know, I picked up a gun because I'm running with my homeboy. You know, he came from New York to DC. He telling me, look, man, we ain't got to point the gun at people. We can get money. So we jack boys. You know what I'm saying? We jack boys. We taking money. So it's all fun and games when till somebody get late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, you get money and you ain't hurt nobody. You just scam people and taking money. So you think, oh, this is all right. You know, you young, you got a pocket full of money and it ain't cost you nothing. But in actuality, it costs you everything. Because everybody loves a winner, but when you lose alone. You understand? So when the chips came there, and then, like I say, by me never being in trouble before, so me going through the legal system and through the court, I'm unknowing what's going on. I don't know nothing about, you know, how much time you could get. I don't know nothing about taking plea bargains. I don't know nothing about court-appointed lawyers, nor do my family, because ain't nobody in my family been in this type of situation.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I get dragged, and I'm a first-time offender, and I got dudes that got the same type of cases I got, but I end up with 2 life sentences. You understand?
Damn. Oh, you got 2?
Yeah, and then I had a co-defendant. So my co-defendant was older than me, been in trouble before. He know the system, he know the game. So when it all come down and boiled down to, he pointed the finger all at me. He said, yeah, I was with him, but he was a green leader. Woo, woo. I'm saying I don't know nothing and I ain't do nothing. So in their eyes, I'm playing hardball. I'm a tough guy.
Right.
But in actuality, I'm thinking I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I play by the code. I ain't telling on nobody. I don't know nothing. I ain't do nothing. Right. So he take a plea bargain, and I think he gets something like 80, 90 some years. They give me 2 L notes. First time offender. You understand? And the irony in that is he only did like 7 years less than me.
That's crazy.
7 years less than me. You understand me? So, you know, like I say, karma comes around and do what it gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, I take my role in what I did because, like I say, I still was old enough to know what's right from wrong, whether I did the big portion, whether I was the leader, whatever. I was involved. See what I'm saying? So whatever comes with that, I had to take that.
Right.
You understand me? And that's what happened. But do I feel like I was over sentenced? Do I feel like I was dragged? Absolutely. But what can I do about it? I can't do nothing about it, but take that information that I'm now armed with now and give it to a young dude that he don't make the same mistake that I made.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And that's what I be trying to do. I be trying to let these young dudes know, don't believe the hype. Don't follow nobody. You are going to be the only person to pay for whatever you do, period. Right. I don't care what they tell you. That is fact. Whoever you get in trouble with is not going to go do that time for you.
I see it all the time.
All the time, brother. And I'm telling you right now, you even if they stay out here on the street, bro, you going to hear from them same much as you heard from the man on the moon.
That's the fact, man.
The same much you heard from the man on, y'all gonna get about the same. He gonna send you about the same amount of mail as the man on the moon. Same amount of money on your books as the man on the moon. That's real talk. Because he gonna live his life and go on with what's going on. And you gonna have to do that time. And that time is real, and that's gonna be every day. 24/7, 365. Ain't no breaks. Ain't no I'm tired of this. Ain't no I give up. Ain't no I can't do it no more. Ain't no I'm sorry. Ain't no that's dead.
Dead, right.
That's it. You gonna have to wake up and face this every day, bro. Every day. Like Groundhog Day. Ain't no day gonna be no different. The only thing you gonna have to do is hope that this day ain't gonna be worse than yesterday.
And see, that's the thing, man. Like, that's what I be trying to tell these young dudes, man. The streets is real, but the street code of ethics, man, that's fake, man. And I tell people that all the time, that gang squad and ain't no snitching and all. Man, them boys, as soon as they get a chance, they're gonna tell on you. There's very few people that respectfully stand up and say, you know what, we did this together. Man, I did the crime, I'm gonna do the time. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part that I've seen, everybody tell, man.
When I first went into prison, telling was like, you know, that was the cardinal sin. You know, dudes was getting crushed in there when they come in there and people know about their case and they done told and did this, that, and the third.
Right.
They try their best to hide it. But once it was known, people dealt with them. Over the years, even in prison, I could see the culture changing. I could see the new generation coming in. And now they had a thing like, oh, I'm going to tell on him before he tell on me.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So and it was crazy because, like I say, I'm not even from that era. But to start seeing it coming in, just like the gangs, they just started creeping in. And right before you know it, the whole culture is shifting in prison right now. It's gangs. It's dudes. If you snitch now and you in prison, you cool if you get the sack. As long as you can get the package in, they don't care that you tell it. You know
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's crazy because they want to get high more than they have principles.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Oh, don't mess with him, man. Oh, man, he told it, man. Oh, man, shoot, he getting that joint in. Let him live.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's different. But back when I came in, man, they wouldn't care what you was bringing in there. If you was a rat, you was a rat. And they were going to deal with you.
That's
period. Because they didn't want you around them because if you're a rat, you might rat on them.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So dudes ain't want you around them when you was on that type of time. But like I say, the culture has changed, man. People changing and they justifying it now, man. But my thing is, you don't never have to tell on nobody because you don't never have to be involved in nothing.
That's a fact.
Don't even be involved in nothing. You see what I'm saying? Why? When you know the consequences. See what I'm saying? Don't even put yourself in a position. My motto is, I learned later in prison, man, that the best solution for any type of drama, any type of anything that's going to cause you harm is to remove yourself from the equation.
Right.
Remove yourself from the. I'm not going out here with you on the corner if I know you toting a pistol and dudes is beefing with you. I'm not going out here with you if I know you got drugs in the car. I'm not going out here with you when I know you going around. I'm not even going to be involved in it. I don't know nothing, so I can't say nothing. I didn't do nothing, so I can't pay for nothing.
That's a fact.
That's the best way. right there. And you remove yourself from the equation, bro, because those type of lives and those type of lifestyles is going nowhere.
Nah, I respect that, man, and these are conversations that need to be had, man. So, like I said, when I see guys like y'all getting on YouTube, man, I greatly respect it, man, because you also got other people, you know what I'm saying, that still went through the system and went through everything else and still misleading the people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you want people to go through what you went through, you know what I'm saying, for what reason? You know what I mean?
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say. And I'm going to say it, and whoever don't like it, you know, so be it. But I'm going to tell you, bro, I feel 100% that if you go through something and it's so bad that you want to see somebody else go through it to see if they can handle it like you handle it, or you so bitter and mad that you had to go through it that you want to see somebody else walk through it, I feel personally you a sucker. You know what I'm saying? I feel you a sucker. You know, if I walk through the yard and I know it's dog poop right there and I step in it, why wouldn't I warn you? See what I'm saying?
Right.
I want you to get your shoes messed up because my shoes messed up. That's a sucker move, man. That's a sucker move. If you go down the road and you know it's a dead end, bro, when you turn around and you coming back out of that dead end and you see somebody coming, you supposed to save them that time, save them that heartache. Time is the most valuable commodity on earth.
That's
You're supposed to stop them and let them know it's a dead end down here, bro. Now, if they choose to listen to you or not, that's on them, but you did your due diligence, man.
Right.
You did your due diligence. That's how you create good karma, bro. That's how you get good karma coming back to you. When you put bad energy out in the air, you're going to get bad energy come back to you. When you put that positive energy out there, man, positive create positive, man. It attracts positive. You see what I'm saying? So if you know something, bro, say something. Help somebody. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna cost you nothing. It can't make you do nothing but feel good about yourself.
Right. That's a fact.
Yeah, but dudes be so bitter and so mad. And I went through this. Let him go through it too. I ain't gonna say nothing. That's a sucker move, man.
Nah, that's a fact. Like I always tell people, man, them two things you can't get back. You can't get life back and you can't get time back. You know what I'm saying?
Time is the most valuable commodity on earth, brother. There is nothing greater than time. I used to ask young fellas in there when I started talking to them, I said, man, what's the most important thing in your life? The most important thing in your life. And I always get the same answers. My mom, my dad, my kids, you know, my wife or whoever. And I say, no. Just like you making a cake, you got ingredients, right?
Right.
If you making a life cake, you can't make it without time. That is the most important ingredients in life. When you take away time, life ceases to exist. I would not have a mama, a daddy, a sister, a brother, some kids, a girlfriend, a wife without time. If I run out of time today, that's over. The richest person in the world cannot buy one more second of time.
That's a fact.
When his time is up, his time is up. So it's the most valuable commodity on this earth. You have to use it and spend it wisely. You have to spend your time wiser than you choose to spend your money. If you got last couple of dollars in your pocket, you say, well, I ain't gonna spend this because I gotta have this or I gotta pay this or whatever. You are cautious with that opposed to how you conduct your time. Wasting time, doing foolishness, wasting time over here when you could be doing this, something productive. Time is more valuable than money. Time is more valuable than anything that's on this earth because when you cease to have any more time, life is over.
That's deep.
That's what I'm trying to
That's real. That's real.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can't have put love for my mother or love for my father or love for my kids or my grandkids if I'm not here no more.
Right.
If I'm not here no more, that's it. I guarantee you anything on this earth, bro, Bill Gates, whatever type of amount of money he got, if the people told him that you was going to die within 24 hours, you know what I'm saying, if you could give me all this money just to get another day, he would give up every penny.
That's a fact.
Every penny.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not even possible. He can't even buy time. So when you talking about time, you talking about the richest person in the world, the poorest person in the world. You're on the same playing field.
Same
He
time.
can't control
Right.
it no more than you can control it.
Right.
That's where y'all equal at.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Because his time is up and your time is up, and ain't nothing either one of y'all can do to change it.
Nah, that's
Most
deep.
valuable commodity on this earth, bro. You got to spend it wisely, man.
Yeah, man, that's a key, man, and I hope people take that in, man. That was deep, man. That's a real key, a life key right there. You know what I'm saying?
Question. You know, and like I say, these things that I know right now, that comes from me applying myself, reading, studying, looking at life, you know, analyzing things, not taking things from face value, man. Not taking things for face value, not taking things for what somebody tell you. Don't listen to some. You can listen to some and you can get something out of it, whether it's good or bad, but it's what you take out of it.
Right.
See what I'm saying? What you take out of it. But don't never take anything I say or anybody else say without doing your due diligence.
Right. That's a fact.
Do your due diligence. Look at the situation. If it's not logical, it don't make sense, bro.
Right.
If it's not logical, it don't make sense. You know, just like going out there on the streets and pumping these drugs or doing these gangs and doing all this foolishness, gang, whatever you're doing, show me somebody like that had a successful life and a happy ending. Show me one of them that had a successful life and a happy ending.
Right.
It don't happen. So
it don't
it's
happen.
logical.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Now, I tell
that work you're in right now, the same energy that you want to go do all this foolishness with, if you put that into something constructive, something productive, and it's gonna pay off later.
That's a fact.
It's gonna pay off later. That can be proven. That's logic.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The other stuff is an illusion.
Right. No, that's a fact.
It's an illusion, bro.
That's a fact, man. And I'll tell people, man, hey, you know, take that slow money. If you get that slow money, take that slow money, man. Because like I tell people, for me, the streets is high risk, low reward. For the average person, is high risk, low reward.
It's old saying, say slow motion is still motion.
It's still motion. That's right.
Slow money is still money. You understand me? Because you ain't gonna make nothing in prison but some pennies. Some pennies. I worked for 30-some years in there. You understand me? And I ain't never make $100 a month. Not a week, a month.
A month.
Less than 100 all the time, less than 70. So, you know, that's reality.
Right.
So why wouldn't you get out here and work at McDonald's, work at wherever, if that's all that's available to you until something better come up?
Right.
Because you ain't gonna do no better in prison. You ain't gonna do no better at all. When you in prison, you gonna wish you had a job at McDonald's.
Right, that's a fact.
Guarantee you. I don't know nobody in prison right now. And I know plenty of fellas get about 3 to 5 calls a day from prison.
Right.
I don't know nobody in prison right now that wouldn't trade for a job at McDonald's. Not now one of them.
Damn, that's crazy.
But you got dudes out here to say that's too beneath them.
Right, right.
Yeah, okay.
Man, so look, Banky, man, you know, if you can, man, what was your first emotion? You know, actually, I thought it was a life sentence, but you got hit with 2 L's. What was your first emotion and thought when you heard the judge say that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what came to your mind, like right there that instant when he said that?
Like, you know, where I started, I do 2 life sentences. I thought you only live one time.
Right. That's a fact. Right.
I ain't even never know at that time. I ain't even never know nobody with 2 life sentences. I ain't even know what it was. You know what I'm saying? So but see, that's why I say that's another point of, you know, being misled. I had a jackleg lawyer. He told me, this the first time you ever been in trouble. Don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have to do nothing but like 12 years before you go off for parole. And it's your first time. All you gotta do is go in and don't get in no trouble. You probably make first parole.
Right.
Everything that I just said, every bit of it, every part of it is a lie. Every part of it. Because number one, I didn't go off for parole in 12 years. I went up at 18. Number two, you ain't got to do nothing but 12 years. Whenever you heard somebody say but 12 years, that's foolishness right there. Because just like I just told you, ain't nobody got no commodity on time. Who say I'm going to live 12 years?
Fact.
That's, you know what I'm saying? So you can never plan ahead of the future to say, well, I ain't got but 12 years. I ain't got but 2 years. You ain't guaranteed to live that long, number one. You know, then like I said, he said you make first parole. The whole time I was in prison, 33 years, I've seen less than 3 people make first parole. So that's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? So all of this stuff is, like I say, is misleading. And I put myself in a position that I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know the consequences, and I didn't know the penalty for what I was involved in. Had I known these things and educated myself, then I would have been in a better position. But even before that, had I been aware and smarter, an independent thinker, thinking for myself, I wouldn't even never got involved in that type of foolishness.
Right,
you see what I'm saying? So like I said, when I got that type of time, man, I went into prison. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, bro. I was lost. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't even conceive of how to even do the fake 12 years that he was telling me.
Right,
you know?
right.
I ain't number 20 years old. 12 years. You talking about Joker be 32.
32, right? Yeah. It's hard to think of, man. You 20, 32, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You like, man, what, you know, you thinking that's the old man. What, I can't, you know what I'm saying? Your mind ain't comprehending that type of stuff.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then the irony in that is I'm worrying about being like 32 or something when I get out. I did more time than that.
Right.
I did 33 years. You see what I'm saying? So this is what these dudes got to understand when they out here, bro, at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Bro, these people talking about giving you more time than you've been on this planet. More time than you've been on this planet. So everything you did from the time you was born up until now, and you times that by 2, everything you seen, every place you went, everything you did, times that by 2, that's how long you're going to be sitting in a cage. Now put that in your brain and say, then ask yourself, what's worth me taking that risk?
Right.
Nothing. Nothing, bro. Nothing. How old you say you was?
Oh, I'm 39.
You 39 years old.
Right.
You were 6 years old when I went to prison.
Crazy.
6 years old, bro.
Right.
So all the things you seen in your life, everything you went, every place you went, everything you experienced from the time you were 6 years old, I was in a cage. I was in a cage. You seen, done, and went more places in a 24-hour period than I did in 33 years, bro. In one day. If you went to the store, if you played out in the yard, if you walked down the street, if you rode a bicycle, if you ate some ice cream, got on I ain't do that in 33 years.
That's deep.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is what you giving up when you forfeit your life to prison for some foolishness on the street.
Right.
And these cats can't be knowing that. I can't believe a logical person, a child, a kid, a young adult, I cannot believe that a brother would actually know that and still take these type of chances out here on the street.
Right, and I think you're right. They don't know. They don't process. They don't know.
Because I can tell you right now, every one of them that's in there, even the ones that's in the gangs, even the ones that's, man, they wishing they could get out.
Right, I think
they can get out.
We talked last week, and I had told you, man, just like little conversation, just like, you know, everybody rad and you want to go get in shootouts and X, Y, and Z. But if you had that real conversation before you get in that car and you tell one of your homies, hey, one of us might not come back.
Yeah. What old boy name was in old boy and Boys in the Hood, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh yeah.
Cuba got up out that car.
That's a fact.
Cuba got up out that car. Cuba was the only one that survived.
That's right.
He was the only one to survive.
That's right.
Because he had enough sense to know what was ahead of him had he went on that ride. He the only one that survived, Joe.
Right.
See, now people miss that whole part of the movie.
Oh yeah, that one. The
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they fly past that.
It went right on. He the only one survived because he the only one that had enough sense to say, this right here, this ain't what I want to do.
Right.
But that was because he had a daddy in his ear pumping that stuff to him that everybody else said. You remember even Ricky say, man, your daddy always talking all that crazy mumbo jumbo.
Right, that's right.
My daddy knew what time it was.
That's a fact. Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, like I say, it's choices, man. That's what life gonna come down to all day long, every day, man. You're gonna wake up, you're gonna have opportunity, and you're gonna have a choice. Is what you gonna do with that opportunity is, and what type of choice you gonna make. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have that every day. But see, that's gonna be wiped out from you when you're in prison. You don't have that. You don't have the luxury of doing what you want to do. You don't have the luxury of trying to make your life better, you know, per se. You can educate yourself mentally and all that, but you don't have to say, I can make my conditions better. I can, I'm homeless today, but I can get up and go get a job and find me something. I can get on my feet. You don't have that luxury in prison.
Right.
You ain't gonna do nothing until them people open that gate except for what they tell you to do. And when you do anything outside of that, it's gonna be a price to pay. And that's just that.
Right.
So while you out here in this free world, man, you better value that. You better understand that you're in a privileged position, no matter what your state is at that moment. If you broke, if you homeless, you still in a privileged position because you have opportunities and chances every day.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And we take it for granted. A lot of us take it for granted.
All day they take it for granted, man. I came out, man, dudes was crying and people crying and whining about the smallest things. I'd be like, man, I know some cats in prison that beg for these problems.
Right,
these type of problems they want. They want these type of problems, that the type of problems they got in there.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just it is what it is, man. But like I say, man, we just gotta do our part, man, and try to, you know, let these young people know what's going on, man. And even some of these older people that still misguided, man, but they just been running on luck and adrenaline and been getting away. So they don't realize it's even worse for them because when you get older and you just been getting away, or you just been you know sliding by and you still playing the same games, when it all come down on you, boy, it's going to be worse than you going to prison at 30, 40, 50.
Yeah. And I've been looking at that, man. That's why I said, man, you going there, you 40, 50 years old, man, and you ain't trying to be in there at that time. And you ain't trying to do no time, period. You're definitely trying to go in there, you know. But like, a lot of times, you know, when you do something a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it's like you said, don't nothing happen or no repercussions, or you just skating. That becomes reality. That becomes your reality. So you think that everything's sweet until the shit hit the fan. You know what I'm saying?
It's like force versus choice.
Right.
And I be telling people all the time, it's part of my philosophy too. Never put yourself in a position where you're gonna be forced to do something. It's already within your free will to do. I can't stop smoking cigarettes, man. There ain't no way I can stop. I used to use this example because it's just the best one that I can think of. If you go to any young man today that's sexually active,
right,
and you tell him, if you don't have sex for 10 years, at the end of that 10 years, I give you $1 billion, right? He gonna automatically off the rip say, I'll take it.
Right.
I guarantee you, he gonna try to sneak and do it. He gonna try to get away and do it. He not gonna be able to do it because in his mind it's inconceivable. Right. But guess what? Go to prison, and if you got 30 years, you ain't having sex for 30 years. Unless you get lucky and somebody throw you a bone or something, a girl, a CO or something, just try. Other than that, you cook. So you being forced to do something that you wouldn't do with your own free will for everything in the world. Can't smoke. Can't stop smoking cigarettes. I tried patch. I tried gum. Go to prison. They say ain't no cigarette. You ain't smoking, bro.
Right. Cold turkey.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the people gonna make you do something that you can already make you up in your mind to do, and it's better for you. But you don't even make that choice. You don't exercise the free will that's in you. It's being forced out of you. You see what I'm saying? We got to be able to use that willpower, man, to our benefit when it benefits us, because it's the right thing to do. It's the best thing for us. Should nobody be able to make me do nothing that I should already be doing myself?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Dudes don't stop robbing people and stealing until they get caught. And they get put in prison, and then they can't do it because they forced not to do it.
Right.
But you could have stopped on your own. If you got away, you could have said, okay, I got away. I can't do this no more. Mm-hmm. But people like to test their fate, bro.
That's right.
And the odds is always going to be against you, bro.
Always against you, yeah. That's a fact.
Bro. You got to exercise that willpower, man. Ain't nothing in the world stronger than this. This is the most powerful weapon on earth.
Right.
More powerful than anything you can tuck in your pants. More powerful than anything you can put in your hands. More powerful than any fish you can make. Right. More powerful than anything somebody can bring up against you. This is the most powerful weapon on earth, bro.
Yeah, I seen a dude one day say, I forgot what he said, man, and it's crazy. I watch his YouTube channel, but he was like, the brain is the computer and your mouth is the program.
You know
what I'm saying? So when whatever you say out of your mouth, that becomes reality.
Just like when you just made that example and you did like this, your brain told you to put your finger to your head. Your finger just ain't gonna do that. You told your finger to do that. So why can't you tell yourself to be great? Why can't you tell yourself to work? Why can't you tell yourself that you gonna be this, that? If you tell yourself that, that's your reality, bro.
Right.
Lock that in your brain. This is what I'm gonna do. That's it. Ain't no other options. I'm gonna do this, and can't nobody stop me. I ain't listening to the naysayers. I ain't listening to the haters. I'm gonna do what my mind tell me to do. I'm gonna go be great. Why you can't do that?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
It's really that easy, man. It's really that easy. You tell yourself you control everything about this body, man. You just ain't gonna get up and start walking. Your brain had already told you to tell your body to move.
Right.
Your brain can also tell you to tell your body to sit still, bro.
Yeah.
This ain't for me.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna come down to choices, man. And willpower and what you willing to sacrifice. And you not realizing sacrifices is what you're gonna get you everything that you need to have. Discipline is gonna get you everything that you need to have. Discipline is gonna get you where you need to be.
We just need to have these type of conversations more often because, like I said, like you said earlier, they led us straight. You know what I'm saying? They believe that all of this stuff is real and everybody glorify the money, they glorify the drugs, they glorify the women. And yeah, all that come with it, but we don't get the prison stories. You know what I'm saying? That's the major part. That get left out. You know, you don't get that story.
Yeah. And one thing about it is they need to know all the stories they heard about and all the things that they chase.
Right.
When you go to prison, you just gonna have a window seat. Right. You just gonna be watching the world go by. Right. You're gonna be watching these things on TV. You're gonna be watching, and you will not be a part of it, bro. Right. So if you even have the illusion, the dream, the aspirations to one day be a part of that type of life,
right?
Going the wrong way ain't gonna get you there. It's gonna get you a window seat to the rest of the world. Because that's all you doing in prison is watching the world go by. Right. Your closest ally to the streets is not even gonna be your family. It's not even gonna be your girl. It's gonna be a TV, bro. Dang. That's where you're gonna get the most of your information from about what's actually happening in the real world. Because out here, life goes on.
Right.
Even the people that love you, they still got to go out and work every day. They got to support themselves because they weren't as foolish as you was to go out there and be doing crazy stuff. They still got to work. You see what I'm saying? So that takes time. Right. And time is the most valuable commodity on earth. Everything I told you, I mean, like I say, when I told you, you can fact check it. Just fact check it. Don't take my word for it. Like I explained to you, it's nothing more important. The world is based around time. When you got to watch and you got to go to work. Oh, I got to be to work at this time. I got to be to work at this time. I got to be here at this time. Oh, I got a time clock. I got to punch in and punch out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I got to, I can't go there because this. Everything is based around time. And guess what? When you mess up and they take away your time and lock you up, what do they actually call it? Doing time. They done took away from you the most valuable thing you have. They have removed you away from everything you love, everything you care about, everything you like to do. They have took that time away from that and placed you in a place where you just doing time and you watching time go by.
Man, I ain't never even think about that. That's crazy. Like you said, doing time. You said we say it so frequently, but I never thought about it from that aspect. You know what I'm saying? But now that's real.
That's why they remove you from the streets. That's what incarceration is. They're taking time out of your life from all the things you love, all the things you want to do, all the people and the things that you like doing. It's removed from your life, and you sit here and you watch life go by.
Dang.
You see what I'm saying? You doing time, watching time.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Why would they even call incarceration doing time? All of
that's deep. Like I said, I never thought about it. That's deep.
Deep, man. It's all deep. Everything you do.
Right.
Why they call when you at work, you got a time clock. You punch in. Oh, I can't come here, bro, because I got to be there. What time you got to be there? Everything is based upon time. What time you waking up? What time you going to bed? What time you going to the club? What time you got to go over here? Everything is based around time.
Right.
And when you go to prison, bro, you just watch the world go by.
Nah,
that's all you doing. And if you young fellas out here want to sit in a place every day and just watch the world go by, but don't get it twisted, man. Because not only you gonna be watching the world go by, you're gonna have to be watching your back too, because it's animals in there.
Right.
And they care zero about you.
Right. And that's one of the things I was gonna touch on, man. You know, doing 33 years, man, you know, see, ain't no guns in prison. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, how many times in your 33 years, man, have you seen, you know, a gorilla come into the jail, man? I'm talking about, you know, the king of the jungle, a lion. And then he get inside of there and realize, man, he ain't the king of the jungle. You know what I'm saying? How often you seen that when you know what I'm talking about? Them dudes coming in chest swole up, you know, and they realize, man, I ain't the man around here,
bruh. That's a number this I can't even count.
Right.
You understand me? It ain't no such thing, right? You know, in my time and in my day, I done ran across some ultra dangerous dudes, right?
Right.
But they earned that in prison.
Right,
you know, what you come in prison for, don't nobody care nothing about that.
Right.
Man, you come in prison, kill 12 people, you know, shot up a whole park, or you know, all that coming in there, man, them people don't care nothing about that.
Right.
Nothing. Zero. First sign of weakness they see of you, period, they own you, bro, like a pack of dogs, man. Like I'm talking about them dogs you see on National Geographic.
Yeah.
They don't care nothing about that, man. I done seen dudes coming there with triple homicide.
Right.
Within 2 years, they getting extorted. I done seen dudes coming there, man, with blue dudes' heads off with shotguns. They've been made into homosexuals, you know, because you can't do none of that in prison, man. Ain't no guns. I spent 33 years in prison, 12,345 plus days. I ain't never seen a gun in prison. Everything you do in there is gonna be man to man, mano to mano.
Right.
And you run up on somebody with that Bethlehem, that knife in your hand, and you ain't willing to push it in him until he stop breathing, he just might take it from you and do it to you.
It's crazy, man.
So all of that is gonna be real in prison. Right. Ain't no illusion that you can come in there. Oh, I got a reputation. I was on the street. I was a big drug dealer. I was feared, man. I had people, man. They don't care nothing about that. Right. The first thing they gonna start thinking about when you say all that is, well, Joker, you must got some money. What you got? Right. Yeah. That's what you got. Right. You got dudes in there ain't gonna never see the streets and don't care nothing about nothing but surviving in there. And if they can survive by eating off of you, guess what? That's what they're gonna do. Right. Now you got to be willing to kill them. Now, if you want to go in there and you want to be okay, well, I pick the Bethlehem up, I pick it up, I kill a dude too. Okay, well, you can do that. Right. Because chances are you might gonna have to. But guess what? Price to pay for that too. Now you just traded places with him because now you ain't gonna never see the streets. And you might just see the electric chair. Right. See what I'm saying? Or you might just see his homeboy sneak up on you next year and kill you for killing him. Right. So pick your poison. Yeah, and I saw some of the stories you had, man. When you were saying when you first, I forgot where you said you was at, but you said you had just got to the joint. I don't know if they shipped you off or what. And you was like, man, you wanted that joint a hot minute. You know what I'm saying? I think dude was getting his hair cut or something. You said dude got stabbed up or something. You know what I'm saying? Right in front of you, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but how common, you know, for the youth or the people who will never end up in jail and don't plan on going, man, how common is that? You know what I'm saying? Stabbings in the jail, or like how common is that? More, not jail, prison. Prison. More common than the public know about. Right. You know what I'm saying? That stuff they try to keep under wraps. Right. You know, but that's more common than people think of. Man, I done seen dudes lose their life. I done seen dudes lose eyes. I done seen dudes get colostomy bags. I done seen dudes get their neck split. Right. I done seen dudes get stabbed in the top of the head. I done seen dudes get stabbed 20, 30 times and live. I seen dudes get stabbed one time and die. Right. I seen dudes get stabbed with Jones this big and live. Right. I seen dudes get stabbed with Jones this big and die. Right. You see what I'm saying? So in prison, the one thing that's guaranteed, ain't nothing guaranteed. Ain't nothing guaranteed, bro. Right. So, like I say, it's only one sure, guaranteed way to survive prison. Only one that I know of. Only one known to man. Okay. And it's simple. Don't go. That's it. Because if you go, it ain't no guarantee you coming out. I seen dudes coming there with 1 year and die. Get killed. I seen dudes coming there with 3 years and did 40 plus. Right. I seen one dude that he came out with me. I did a story on him. He went in with 5 years. He in Richmond now. Shout out to Ice. Ice came in with 5 years. Ice did 38. God damn. You see what I'm saying? Right. So it's a price to pay, even if you defend yourself, even if you do what you got to do when it's time to do it. The people don't care nothing about that. You still gonna stretch that time out, bro. Right. So that's just gonna open up more opportunities for you to have to deal with more for longer periods of time. So it's a lose-lose. Only thing you say when you're in those type of altercations is your life, but at what cost? Some more of this type of life? Right. You see what I'm saying? It ain't but one solution, bro. Don't go to prison. Don't go to jail. Right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead on, man. I said, listen, bro, everybody want to be successful. Right. Everybody want to be successful. But you can't take the elevator to success, bro. You got to take the stairway. Right. You got to take the stairway, bro. Because if you go up on the elevator, if you cut the corners, if you cheating, if you stealing, you robbing, you slanging, bro, you might get to the top, but fast as you got there, you gonna come right back there. Come right back there. Take that stuff in the day. Take the stairway, bro. Exercise your legs. Get tired. Make it a struggle. But one thing about it, when you get to the top, man, can't nobody take it from you. That's a fact. That's a fact. And for the people, you know what I'm saying, like I was saying earlier,
for the people that, let's just say the people who've been to jail, man, explain what's the difference for those people who've been to jail and, you know, maybe it was sweet to them and they thought it wasn't nothing. What would be the difference between jail and when them boys head to prison? What they got to look forward to going to prison from just, you know, because you got your weekend jokers, your weekend warriors that get locked up here and there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You see, what they don't realize is mentality.
Right.
That's where it all at, mentality. See, the mentality of a dude or the atmosphere in jail is we still got hope. We still got a chance. I ain't been to court yet. I ain't got no time yet. Oh, I just got a misdemeanor. Oh, I might go home next week. That's the difference between jail and prison. You still have hope, the mentality. So when a dude figure like he still got hope, then he gonna act accordingly. You see what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be trying to kill you in no jail when he in there facing 6 months. You see what I'm saying? He ain't trying to do that. He in there for DUI or he in there for domestic violence or something. He ain't trying to kill you in there, bro, because he still got something to lose. When you cross over to that prison, bro, you got people in there they ain't got nothing but a hope and a prayer. See what I'm saying? They got 80 years sitting on top of their head. You understand me? They got 2 life sentences, they got 5 life sentences, they got 6 life sentences. You see what I'm saying? They done been in already for a decade. They done been in already for 20 and still looking at 60 more. They don't care nothing about you. Nothing. You walk by them and bump into them and knock their coffee out their hand, they might kill you tomorrow. So that's the difference, the mentality. See what I'm saying? People in prison ain't got nothing to lose. You know, people in the jail still got an opportunity. That opportunity is gone when you go to prison. You already got a set amount of time. That's what you got to do. That ain't gonna change unless it happen in the court of law. In that jail, you still got them shots, bro. So the jail and prison, they were 2 different things, bro. Them apples and oranges. I don't say nothing out my mouth talking to these youngins or talking to anybody that I don't wish somebody would have said to me back then. Everything I'm saying is everything I wanted to hear, everything I needed to hear. You understand? I needed to hear this type of stuff. I needed to know that, man, you pick that gun up, man, you can do 30, 40 years in prison. Man, I would have threw it in the ocean, buried it in the ground. You understand me? I needed to hear these things. Bro, I'm telling you, man, anybody who watch this program or see this podcast, bro, if you out there and you on the wrong side of the law or you playing these games and thinking that you can get away, bro, I'm trying to tell you right now, it ain't nowhere near worth it. It's not even close, bro. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer because you will eventually get caught. You may get caught tomorrow, next week. It may be 5, 10 years from now. But I promise you, whenever that hammer come down, you're not going to be ready for it. You're not going to be ready for it.
I don't think nobody going there prepared, man. That ain't something that you, man, like you said, the average person, that's not even something that you can fathom or you just prepare your life for that.
How do you even set your mind to say, when you out here in the free world, how you set your mind to say, you just get hit with 10 years? How you even set your mind to say, I am out here today, then tomorrow I'm gone. I ain't come back for 10 years later. Come on, bro. That don't even make sense, man. That don't even make sense. And you telling yourself that the people gave you 10 years. That prison ain't give you 10 years. You might not survive that. They don't care nothing about how much time you got. You might die every day, any day.
For the people who think that the COs gonna come to your rescue or come to your aid, man, when you fighting for your life in there, you know what I'm saying? That knife get to poking on you. Man, how long it take for them people to come in and intervene and step in? Or what's the longest you done seen somebody fighting for their life when them boys even open up the door to come in?
Man, listen, this is actual and factual. 33 years, I have seen multiple knife attacks. I have never, ever seen the police run up on that knife but one time. One time, and that was on Mecklenburg, and the officer, dude was stabbing the dude in the hallway. He had the knife. Other dude was fighting. He hitting him.
Right.
The officer, he used to be an ex-boxer. He ran up on the dude himself. He grabbed the dude. He got hit himself.
Right.
Dude hit him. You know, that's the only time I ever seen it. The only thing else they gonna do for you, bro, when you fighting for your life and them dudes trying to take you out of here,
right,
is they gonna come to the scene, and when they see that there's a weapon involved, they gonna yell, scream, threaten, holler. Put it down. Stop. They not gonna run up on it because they not gonna trade their life for yours. They just not gonna do it.
Right.
That's not their job. That's not in their job description. You see what I'm saying?
So you and them bike. So pretty much what I'm getting to, you know what I'm saying, for the youth and the people that's watching, you by yourself.
Oh,
unless you got a couple of homies that gonna help you out. 99%.
They ain't running up on that knife neither, bro. I'm telling you that right now.
Those to your ass out.
Man, listen. Dude got that big Bethlehem in his hand,
right?
And he hitting you,
right?
And you got 20 homies, and you been with them every day, and y'all been hollering, gain this, gain that. Right. If they ain't got nothing in their hand or some numbers, oh, bro, you gonna die. I'm telling you that right now. They ain't running up on that knife, bro. They ain't gonna run up on that knife for their real blood, bro.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you talking about some, because y'all, affiliated with, man, they ain't running up on that knife. They may tell you they're gonna run up. I ain't seen it. Yeah. I ain't seen it.
Well, I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah, I was right there. I ain't seen it.
Right. And the CEO in 33 years, you've seen it happen one time when somebody
One time after multiple attacks. Multiple. I done seen the CEO stand there at the bars and scream and yell and tell dude stop, put the knife there, throw the knife out, and dude got hit 19 times. And he got hit about 3 times before they got there. So all the other ones was after they right there hollering. That's
crazy.
Yeah, so like I say, bro, you in a different world in there, man, but I can guarantee you it's real. And ain't nobody gonna save you but you.
The energy that you come with, you know what I'm saying? The inspiration and the motivation, man, like that would crush the average person. You know what I'm saying? How did you overcome that situation and stay strong enough to even make it through the 33 years and then still come home with that clear mind? I know it probably was hard to transition coming home, but how did you come home with that spirit and that high spirit?
No, actually, the coming home part was the easy part. Because I could put that in my rear view mirror, right?
Okay.
But to get through it, see, that's contrary to popular belief. People think the transition hard when you come home. Man, that's the easy part, man. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's the cherry on top, to get past that. But man, how did I get through it was day by day, bro. I can't tell you no lie. It was days that I didn't think I was gonna make it. I mean, that's just real. You know what I'm saying? Because the joint look bleak. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And in the atmosphere, the things I done seen, the incidents I done been involved with. It was times that I wasn't supposed to come up out of. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, it was day by day. Every day I woke up, I had to reinforce in myself that, man, I want to live today.
Right.
And I ain't gonna let nobody stop that. I ain't gonna let nobody take that from me. You know what I'm saying? But that's something you got to keep telling yourself. It ain't nothing you lock in and say, oh, I'm gonna be all right. I can do this. I'm gonna be good till they let me go. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. Because you're gonna go through highs and lows. You're gonna go through highs and lows. You're gonna see things, and you're gonna be in atmospheres that you ain't never been in before. You're gonna be in riots. You're gonna be in you might be in city beasts. You might be in state beefs. You might be in stuff that you don't even want to be involved in, but you ain't got no choice. You see what I'm saying? So you can't.
See, a lot of people, not to cut you off, but a lot of people don't talk on that neither. See, they think it's about themselves, but you got people that look at you for your city, your state.
You could go in there and you can stand for you and you can represent you, but at the same time, dude might come at you because, hey, I don't like dudes from Tidewater. Hey, I don't like dudes from Richmond. Hey, I don't like dudes from DC. Or he may just come off to you like that, and you might be like, well, okay, yeah, I'm from DC, but I'm from myself. Or I'm from Richmond, but I'm from myself. Man, dude might say, but I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I ain't never known nobody in prison either that ain't gonna have some type of trouble. Ain't gonna have some type of trouble, some type of drama. It's just automatic because that's just the culture of where you at. Right? I don't care if you Muslim, Christian, you don't bother nobody. Man, it's somebody in there that don't give one fuck about what you do and don't do and he just want to do him, and you just might be looking like somebody he could take advantage of. Right. You know, you might just get commissary because you mind your business and you to yourself, but he ain't got nothing. So he might want to take yours because he know you ain't trying to get in trouble. Right. So it's just too many dynamics to understand, man. It's just like a world within a world. But to say how I got from point A to point Z is every day. Each and every day was different, and each and every day I had to reinstill in myself that I ain't gonna let nobody hurt me, I ain't gonna let nobody take my life. Now, people done tried, you know what I'm saying? Right. Most definitely they done tried, but you know, like I said, it's a everyday reinforcement within yourself. I'm not gonna let it happen. Whatever I got to do, that's what I got to do. You know, and some people get tired of that, man. You get tired of having to be on guard every day. You get tired of having to be on point every day. You get tired of worrying about can you close your head to go to sleep. You get tired of that stuff, man. And then when you wake up and you go through it and go through it and go through it, and then you stop and think to yourself, how much longer I got to do this? Oh, just 15 more years. Man, you might, you know what I'm saying? That's where the breakdown come in the mental. That's when the breakdown come in the spirit. So every day you got to tell yourself, whether I want to do it or not, I got to do it. Right. I got to do it. You see what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, man. But it ain't no formula to that. I can guarantee you that, bro. It ain't no formula in there. And the energy and the vibe that I exude right now, man, that's just because I'm happy to be away from that foolishness. I can dig. That's where it comes from, bro. Right. I'm happy. I'm blessed. Hey, man, I see you on Instagram, man, dancing, smiling, working out. Hey, look, won't too many smiles in there, bro. Yeah, I can believe it. So, dude asked me that before. He was like, man, when you be smiling all the time? I said, bro, when you seen what I seen, you will smile too. To be away from that, to be out of that. I post a smile. You see what I'm saying? Right. My worst day out here ain't gonna compare to my best day in there. Right. You see what I'm saying? Ain't gonna compare. I seen you say that the other day. Yeah. You know, and every time I got some, you know, because you know, it's life out here. Everything ain't going peachy keen. So, but when I got things going on that ain't going the way I want to be going on, it ain't like I wanted to be. I always tell myself, man, it's better than where you came from. Right. It's better than where you came from. Deal with it. Right. And that's what I do. I just deal with it. Right. And look, I wanted to touch on the store because I know we talked about that before for the people who don't, because like I said, whoever watching, they don't know the store. Explain to the people what is this store. And for the people who think that it's easy to run, what type of person do you have to be if you say that you're going to run the store? Oh, you know what I'm saying? You talking about store box? Yeah, store box. Yeah. What type, like, you know, because some people might be like, you know, I'm going to get in there, do a little hustle. I got a little money. What type of person do you have to be able to do that? You know what I'm saying? You literally got to be willing to kill at will. Right. Point blank and frank. Right. You gonna have to be. So it ain't no easy. You got a bag. You coming in thinking you just gonna make some money. It ain't gonna work like that. Nah, it don't work like that. First and foremost, in order for you to run a store, you got to already have an established reputation.
Right.
And that reputation is going to be one of, you don't have to left some blood on the floor somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just coming in there saying, oh, I got money, or I'm this, that, and the third, or yeah, I'm going to run a store. Man, that store going to last about a good month. You know, everybody going to get everything you got, and ain't nobody going to pay you nothing. And once one person don't pay you, ain't nobody going to pay you.
Right.
Period. Man, if somebody come get something from your store today and he come next week supposed to pay you and he don't pay you, man, that stuff spread like a rash, man. And then everybody, your store boss gonna be booming. Hey, yeah, let me get this, let me get that, because ain't nobody gonna give it back.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna give it back, and you don't do nothing about it. Then that's just what it is.
Right.
But yeah, you got to run the store with an iron fist, man. And I mean, just for lack of better explanation, man, you got to be willing to kill, man. You got to be willing to bust through your head over a 35-cent bag of tater chips.
Right.
Because that's what it called for. That's what it called for. You know what I'm saying? If dude don't give you a 35-cent bag of tater chips, man, then and he said, I ain't paying you, man, point blank, you got to hurt him. And if you can have a $2,000-$3,000 business,
right,
but you got to be willing to hurt this dude over 35-cent bag of tater chips because it's the principle about it.
It's the principle, right?
And when you don't, then respect is gone. Oh man, shoot, you let Spryte get away with a bag of chips. Don't come press me about no money. You know what I'm saying? That's
like
how it's gonna go down.
They go that ripple effect.
There it is.
Yeah,
that's how it's gonna go down. You see what I'm saying? It's a dangerous business to be in. It can be lucrative if you can hold up your end of the bargain. Right. But man, this drama gonna come with it either way.
Right.
Either way, you're gonna have to put some work in. I got a pen in my hand, mess with a stove. I got a pen in my hand, mess my hand up for the rest of my life, messing with a stove over some pennies. Over some pennies, but it was the principle. You see what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, it's a dangerous game, man. It's a dangerous game. But like I say, when you in the midst of danger, you adapt that mindset and you just start living like they say, when in Rome, act like Romans.
Right.
You know, you in the jungle, you act like Tarzan.
You gotta be able to turn it on and turn it off.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man. So, goes back to what I'm saying, man. I'm just happy to be away from all of that, man. Right. I had enough of it in my life. I seen enough drama in my life, enough violence in my life that I ain't never got to see none no more.
Right.
Because it don't move me no more. It disgusts me. I don't want to see it.
Right.
I do see dudes fighting and stabbing and killing. They want to run and look. I don't even want to see that, man.
Right.
I don't want to see it. I'm OD'd on that stuff.
People love you, man. Like I said, I know I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan, man. I watch you every day, man. Right now I'm watching the prison stories, man. You going from prison to prison, right?
Yeah.
But how do it feel, man, coming from a place where you have no voice to right now, man, being the voice? You know what I'm saying? Because you're the voice for a lot of people right now, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Trail and other people say that, right? But to me,
right,
I really don't feel like that. When I be on my YouTube and I be talking, I feel like I'm just talking to my family. I'm just talking, you know what I'm saying, to my peoples, man. Because like I say, for 33 years, man, ain't nobody care what I had to say. You know what I'm saying? Right. I scream at the top of my lungs and ain't nobody heard me. They walk right on by you. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't said nothing. Right. So I'm humbled at the fact that anybody want to listen to what I got to say. So that's a humbling experience. I'm always the type of dude that's looking ahead, though. You see what I'm saying? If I got 50,000 subscribers, I'd be like, man, why I ain't got 100? Why I ain't got 200? Because I just want the message to spread.
You spread the message, right?
The more people get the message. You see what I'm saying? So to me, it ain't so much as how many of them listening. Right. How many of them getting it? How many of them processing it? The best feeling to me is, man, when I get these young cats to write me, man, and tell me, man, I done got some of the best jumps, man. man, they tell me, man, yeah, man, I was in the streets, man. I put that pistol down, man, because I'm going to tell you right now, man, I ain't going through that. You know, that joke right there, them jokes get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that make you feel good, man.
Yeah, man, you know.
Serving a purpose.
Like,
right.
Bro, I was out here on that fence. Man, I listened to about 3 of your videos, bro. Hey, I know what side I'm on. I can't do that, bro. And that's and you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I can't no more. I told the dudes I went and spoke at the college, man. Salute to Coach Sean Walker out there too, man. Invited me out there to speak to Elizabeth City State University. I went out there and I spoke to them, man. And when I finished, you know, they did Q&A, questions and answers, man. But I remember dude asking something, man, and like about going to prison and stuff. I said, bro, let me tell you something. I said, if the people came to me right now, just like I said about the $1 billion for a dude to stop having sex, you know, if the people came to me right now and told me, you know, that I could back up my youth, man, go back to 20, do 33 years again, they give me $1 billion, bro, or we take your life.
Right.
They couldn't even finish the sentence. I said, you go ahead and take my life.
Right.
Straight. I mean, that's real talk. I mean, I would rather go underground than go back and then do that again.
That's solid. Right.
That's just how real it is. You know what I'm saying? By me getting through it the way I got through it, man, it won't just me, man. That you know what I'm saying? That was God with me. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do that no more, bro. I can't do that no more. I can't.
It ain't like the movies and them TV shows everybody watch every Friday and Saturday. The lockup specials. Ain't nothing like that.
That's entertainment, bro.
Man.
That's entertainment, bro. That is entertainment, bro. In there in real life,
right?
What they showing on TV,
right?
It don't even compare.
Yeah, we'll get ready to close this joint out. But look, man, I know you be working out and everything, man. With that eating like, with that food like, man, being home, man, how much weight you done picked up coming home, man?
Too much. Man, I came out, I was right about, I think I came out 178.
Right.
I'm like 192 now.
Yeah, shout on up there.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, we eating that food out here. I'm eating this food out here.
Right.
My body gotta adjust to because I won't eat it for so long.
Right.
You know, I'm eating, you know, noodles and chips and pouches of tuna and stuff like that.
Right.
Man, you get out here, man. Chick-fil-A.
Hey, that Chick-fil-A something else, ain't it?
Trail, man, Chick-fil-A was the first thing I ate. That joint, addiction.
Man, it's addictive, man. Yes, sir.
Trail put me there with Panda Express.
Oh,
man. Man. It's just so much, man. It's just like when you go in the stores, it's just so much, man.
Right
so
at your fingertips.
Yeah, so your body got to adjust, man.
Right.
I'm like putting up on 2 years now. My body adjusting and stuff now. You know what I'm saying? I'm working out. I'm you know what I'm saying? I can feel the difference now. You know what I'm saying? I know when I'm at my best, when I'm at, you know what I'm saying? I can feel it.
Yeah.
So like I was in the gym this morning, so I can feel it, you know. So my body's starting to adjust. My eating habits starting to adjust where I done tried everything I want to try. So I get back on eating certain way and eating certain stuff now. So
Right.
I got a goal, you know what I'm saying? Got like till March. March would be my 2-year anniversary.
Okay.
I came out 178. I want to at least be like 180. Like March.
Getting it back down, right.
Yeah, I'm a lot. I'm on it.
Yeah.
I'm on it. Yeah.
Man, and the last joint I got for you, man, you know, I don't think nobody asked you this question, man. You know, I know you was excited to come home, see the family, the kids, you know what I'm saying? And that's a given. Like I said, I don't think nobody asked you this, but as a man coming home, you know what I'm saying, being a king, man, after 33 years, man, you came home doing the Netflix and chill era. Man, how it feel, man, to be around that the opposite sex, man, to be in the warm presence of a woman. I'm just talking about anytime, all the time, and just chilling, man. How it feel, man?
How it feel?
I know how it feel, but how it feel? Because I mean, man, that ain't nothing like it, man.
like heaven.
You know,
like heaven, man. When you've been around so much testosterone,
right?
It's a way that I say it that I don't say it, but you know what I'm saying. But
right.
Man, let me tell you something, bro. Let me see how you put it. I'm brothered out.
Right.
You know, for lack of another, I'm brothered out. But I ain't, you know, I ain't got to really hang around a brother, be around a brother ever again in my life. I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying?
I can dig it.
You know, real tough. You know, and I got brothers, man, that I love, you know, brothers, man. But, bro, man, listen. Every day you wake up, you see a dude face, this phase and that phase, and you know, you're around so much testosterone and so much high just to be in the presence of the opposite sex, man, just to smell them, just to visualize them, just to see them, just to see them wear different clothes and different outfits. It's amazing, bro. It's amazing.
Ain't nothing like it,
amazing.
Man. And them type of things, man, like I said, you take for granted, man. And I think that's one of my biggest things that kept me away, man. I got an addiction, man. You know, I love women. I'm in a happy relationship right now, man. Yeah, man. I love
that's
women.
another thing. That's another thing youngins need to know. If you really like women and being around them, then prison ain't for you.
right.
I can say that right now.
Prison, that ain't the spot.
Yeah. Prison ain't for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you had to get all that up too, bro.
Right.
And the women, I mean, you know, don't disrespect just true talk, bro. The women that you're gonna see in there, bro, you just like you looking at dudes. You know what I'm saying? Just like you looking at dudes, man. 90% of them, 80% of them.
And them dudes probably be happy to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, you get what you call in there. They got a name for it in there, man. It's called penitentiary eyes, man.
Right. Right. Now it's a real thing. Nah, it's real.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, you got the. She might be in there, man. Man, woman in there, man, looking like Red Fox, man. You know, you know, Fred Sanford, bro.
Right.
And after about 2 years, man, you gonna say, she don't look that bad, man.
She ain't too bad.
Just because she a female, bro. So it's, you know what I'm saying? Though that's the type of, you know, suppression and depression you're gonna be in.
Right.
Bro, if you like women, if that's your motivation, whatever your motivation is to stay out here on the street, that's what you need to use, bro, because that's dead when you go up in there, bro.
The crazy part is she might have been, you know, y'all last option, you know what I'm saying? But for her, she got picked. She can pick anybody she wanted it.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
She
on the regular street, not y'all last option on the street. She might be the last option. You know, I might not pay her no mind, but in there, she like, I get what I want.
She number one draft pick in there.
That's right. All right, man. So look, Banky, man, if you can, man, I know you love philosophy, man. I love philosophy too. If you can, man, leave me with a quote, you know what I'm saying, and a message for the youth, man.
Oh, man. I would say it's so many things I could drop on you, man. But the one that I got, man, one of my own philosophies, man, they actually got this written on the wall in the prison before I left, man. I was honored about that, bro. They wrote my philosophy down on the walls in the re-entry program on Greensville. To the best of my knowledge, it's still up there, man. Big as day, man.
Right.
And I got 2 of them on there, as a matter of fact.
Okay.
So one of them is I was telling the brothers in there, man, when I came up with this philosophy, and it applies to y'all young, you know, fellas out here in the street. Man, do what you got to do now, so you can do what you want to do later. But it starts right now. You got to put the work in right now to be afforded to do the things you want to do later on. And you know what I'm saying? That's the grind, bro. But you can't cut corners. You can't, you know, cheat. All of that is just you. When you cheat yourself. When you're in school, you cheat on somebody else's paper, man, and you think you got over. No, you deprive yourself. He know what the answers is. You don't.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So cheating is you just cheating yourself. Cutting corners and all that, you just hurting yourself, bro. So do what you got to do now, bro, and you will be able to do what you want to do later.
Right.
And my other piece of philosophy I always say is, don't pretend to be who you don't intend to be. You
man, say it again, man. Say it again.
Don't pretend to be who you don't intend to be. Don't act like a gangster, bro. When it comes time to be gangster, you're not gonna be gangster.
Right.
You know, you're not gonna be. You know, they like we was talking about the rap music, how that influences people and everything. You got the big rap out there now. What's his name? Lil Durk.
Right.
I remember hearing one of his songs when he said, dudes claiming bodies they ain't do for real, right?
Right.
They ain't gonna do it in the courtroom.
Right.
I guarantee you that. They ain't gonna go in that courtroom and claim their body because they know what the consequences is. Right. So don't pretend to be who you don't intend to be. Be yourself, bro. If people can't like you for who you are and what you are, then they ain't for you.
That's a fact.
You understand me? So
right.
That's one of my philosophies, man. Don't pretend to be who you don't intend to be. And then don't worry about what's over is over. Every day, man, is moving forward. Ever forward, never back.
Right.
Don't worry about what you already did. I ain't worrying about that. That's over. I'm going forward, bro.
Right.
A ship that sails backwards never sees the sunset.
That's deep.
Period.
That's deep.
You got to look forward, man, and keep on moving forward, man. But don't let nobody trick you up off these streets, young fellas. Nobody. I don't care who it is.
Right, man. Right. So look, man, lastly, man, let the people know, how they can support or how they can find or contact you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Y'all come over there to BANKYPOUND on YouTube, man. We feed the positive, starve the negative movement. We are all positivity. We welcome all positivity, all positive energy, all the negative and the negative energy, man. We don't deal with it. We don't even feed it. We don't give it no attention whatsoever. You come over here with that, it just dies on impact. Right. We just all positive over here. We trying to help people, motivate people, uplift people, point these young people in the right direction, put positive energy out there in the world so positive energy can come back. We want to make it contagious, man. We want to make it contagious. We want everybody to feel good and try to help people. You don't get nothing out of putting people down, man. You don't get nothing out of laughing at me, man. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? This is 2022.
Right.
We trying to uplift, man, and motivate.
For sure.
We got BANKYPOUND, Pure Deliciousness, man, my new channel, man, where we just cooking over there. I'm showing y'all how I cooked in there, the way we had to live in there, the things we had to use and utilize to make a good meal, to have a good meal. So that's what we're doing over there on the cooking channel, man. So come over there and join me, man. I just did a video over there where I cooked on the iron because that's reality in there. That's how we had to eat sometimes before we had microwaves, even after we had microwaves, because like I say, when you're in prison, they got total control. Down like what's going on in the block, they come take the microwaves out for a month at a time. So you got to do what you got to do. So I'm just giving y'all content over there to show you the sacrifices that you will have to make, man, to make things do and make food over there, something that you can get in there that you like. So we cooking over there, man. Come join us, man. Like I say, this is a positive movement, man, and I support all positivity. And shout out to everybody out there on TVP Team BANKYPOUND. I love y'all. Appreciate the support, man.
Man, like, hey, I gotta try them nachos. I showed my son them nachos. Them Jones look like they hitting. I ain't even gonna front.
Hey, look, them nachos is fire, man.
Yeah, we gonna try them. I'm gonna try it myself, and if I can't hit it, I'm gonna have to pull up on you.
Pull up on me, man. Look, but when you try it, man, take a picture of the something, send it to me, man, or FaceTime me, because I'm telling you right now, that Jones stone cold hit. I put that up against any nacho anywhere you go get in any restaurant.
Right. Nah, they look like they hit. Now I told him, I said, we gotta try these nachos, man.
Yeah, that Jones hit, man. I might have to make another one for this Super Bowl coming up.
Okay. Well, hey, wait, man. Make me a tray, man.
All right, that's
But look, man, hey, I greatly appreciate you, man, and much love, man. Thank you for stopping by, man. You're more than welcome to return to my show anytime, man. It's peace and love, man. Like I said, stay positive and never forget your mission, man. Your voice is very impactful out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And you hit all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? You started in the dark path, now you walking in the light. You know what I'm saying? And you knocking it down, man, step by step. Man, I see you hit 50K on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So the people listening, man, you know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate each and everybody who out there who listens to me, man, and rock with me, man. And as far as you go, you know, like I say, Trail, you know, told me who you was, bro. So far as I'm concerned, bro, you family. You know what I'm saying? So when you need me, just holler at me. I'm right there, bro.
I appreciate it, man. Hey, much love, y'all. We about to get up out of here, man. Y'all know my saying, man. Yesterday wins, no losses count. You woke up, be blessed to be alive, man. Keep pushing forward and strive for a greater tomorrow. With that being said, everybody, I'm Hollywood Spryte, a.k.a. Brilliance, and this is VETV, and we signing out.
Salute.
Now you know it's the King Kong of two rays.
VETV.
Veracity Exchange Television.